Howdy folks, hope you're doing great. Trying to find at least one self-proclaimed Catholic who is actually willing to, be honest. He's just honest and genuine with their situation. It's like, are there any actual Catholics that aren't just shit talkers that actually believe in Catholicism? Right? Because that's the thing they have to weigh up. They love to play this game where they're like, oh, we're Catholic, but we're still Christian. We still follow Jesus. We follow Jesus, but we're Catholic. And it's like, no. Which one, guys? Which one? You can't do both. Either you're Catholic or you follow Jesus. Which one? Because the Catholic tenets of the Catholic Church are opposed to Jesus and teachings of Jesus. So you actually have to choose one or the other. Because they're incompatible, you see? But the Catholics like to pretend like they're not incompatible and that they can claim to be Catholic and then that actually makes them Christian. But that's not. Alright? So I'm waiting to meet an actual genuine Catholic who's not disingenuous, who can actually have an honest conversation and just be like, yo, bro, yeah, we're Catholic. We're not Christian. We don't follow Jesus. We follow a fella called the Pope. Alright? And then I'll be like, okay, that's great. You're Catholic. You have your own weird religion that's not Christian. You don't follow Jesus, you follow the Pope. Fine, that's fair enough. You're allowed to do that. That's great. Thank you for not lying and pretending to be a Christian and giving us a bad name. You fucking Catholic dog. Like, that's all we're asking. It's just like, if you want to be Catholic, stop calling yourself fucking Christian and giving us Christians a bad name. Alright? And what argument does any Catholic even have? Like, the only arguments I've ever heard from a Catholic, in a disingenuous way as well, they're not ever genuine about it or anything. The only arguments I've ever heard from a Catholic as to why Catholicism is legitimate and it's actually still Christian somehow is the claim that, one, it was started by Peter. The Apostle Peter started the Catholic Church, so I'm like, okay, great. That's not an argument. That doesn't legitimize anything. You know, if you're Christian, you follow Jesus, not Peter. So it doesn't matter if he made the Catholic Church or not. That doesn't make it legitimate, because we don't follow Peter. We follow Jesus. So, another argument you get from the Catholics is, you don't even realize that you got your Bible, your canon Bible, from us Catholics. And I'm just like, yeah, great. Cheers. And do you know what the difference is? When we got the canon off of you Catholics, when we got the Bible off of you, we actually read it for ourselves and we actually understand what it says. So thank you, Catholics, for canonizing the Bible. But that doesn't make you legitimate. That makes us legitimate because we've actually read it now. We read it and we follow it. But you don't. So the fact that Catholics canonized the Bible is just further evidence that Catholics are not Christians. Because they don't follow it. They don't read it. They just canonized it for us actual Christians who do read it and do follow it. So it's like, what argument do they have? None. They have no claim to authority, no claim to anything like this. right? Every claim they make actually disproves Catholicism. It's evidence against the Catholics, even though they think it's evidence for them. It's pretty silly, really. Oh. Now, the biggest, most common, obvious thing when it comes to Catholicism and also Eastern Orthodox, right? Orthodox Christianity. The two big main factors here, or the one main factor in these two sects, is what's referred to as, they'll call it veneration, because they want to avoid the word worship and idolatry. It's a major sin. It's something that God hates. You're cheating on God. It's like God's your husband and you're going around cheating on him, sleeping around behind his back. That's idolatry. Okay? That's Catholicism. That's Orthodox Christianity. It's cheating on God. It's idolatry. Okay? One of the main ways, obviously, and if anyone that's not blinded by the idolatry and that worship, the false worship of this goddess, which is ultimately the worship of Lucifer, Satan, the original fallen angel, the serpent from the Garden of Eden that tempted Eve, right? Is the obvious Mary veneration worship idolatry? Yeah? It's like, it's so obvious. They have statues of Mary. And they like pray to statues of Mary. Right. How is that any different from a golden calf, as the Israelites are praying to when Moses came down with the 10 Commandments? And then he's like, what the hell? And he breaks the commandments. He's like, God, just fucking kill us all, cunt. Just fucking exterminate every last one of us. We're all fucking filthy, fucking pieces of shit, cunt. We don't deserve your fucking grace, God. Just fucking exterminate us. We're fucking filthy dogs. Right? That's what it's like when you see someone praying to Mary or having a Mary statue. A real Christian's like, oh my God, God, just fucking genocide us all, cunt. These fucking dumb dogs are worshipping fucking demons and shit. Because I'm sorry, but yes, Mother Mary in the Catholic Church and in the Orthodox Church, Mary, just Jesus' mum, Mary, in the Bible, for Christians, that's just Mary. That's the actual real Mary, Jesus' mum. Yeah? So we believe in Mary, but we don't. She's not special. She's just another woman who happened to be the mother of Jesus. That was a gift for her. Alright? So it's nothing special about her. That's something special about Jesus. That's something special about God. And God's grace to give Mary the opportunity to be the mother of Jesus. So that's a gift for her. Besides that, she's just an ordinary woman. She's no different, no better than anyone else. Alright? That's the Mary of the Bible. That's Jesus' mum. That's the Mary that real Christians know. And then you got the Mary in Catholicism and Orthodox Christianity. But it's not the Mary from the Bible. It's a demon. It's Satan. It's Lucifer, or the golden bull. Alright? So, like Lucifer, Satan, he'll be like, yo, I'm a golden bull. Worship this golden bull, guys. Yeah, that's a great idea. And then the Israelites are like worshipping this big golden calf. A big golden bull. And then Satan's in the background laughing like, yes, they're worshipping me. They think they're worshipping the big golden bull, but they don't realize they're actually worshipping the devil. I got him. And in the exact same way, when people are venerating Mary or praying to Mary, Satan is in the background laughing like, yeah, I got him. They think they're praying to Mary. They think they're venerating Mary, but I got them worshiping me, the devil. Every prayer they send to Mary, all the veneration they give to Mary is actually coming straight to me, Satan. I got him. The dumb fucking Catholics, the dumb fucking Orthodox piece of shit. I got them worshiping me, Satan. And the devil's laughing in the background like these dumb Catholics, these dumb Orthodox cunts, literally worshipping him, worshipping the devil, but they think it's Mary. He's clever, he's smart. And again, does any Catholic or Orthodox have any argument, rational argument, not like yelling fucking nasty words and having tantrum like a child? I mean like an actual rational, concise concept which can be put across as a rebuttal to the fact that any form of veneration of Mary is literally just worship of Satan. No, there's not one rational argument. There's not one rebuttal, one refutation. And this discussion has been going on for hundreds of years. We've been having this debate, this conversation for literally hundreds of years. And has any Catholic or any Orthodox been able to yet, over hundreds of years, just give one valid argument? No. No, they haven't. So, why would anyone in their right mind trust Catholics or Orthodox? That's right, they wouldn't. You'd have to be tricked. You'd have to be deceived, lied to. A bit under the weather, a bit stuffy. We've been getting sprayed heaps here recently. Heavy concentration of spraying of heavy metals, chemtrails, cloud seeding bullshit. It's been happening for almost 3 months now in this area. Well, it's been happening for, obviously, everywhere in the world for years, for decades. But just recently it's been amped up, the consistency, the potency, frequency. It's been amped up over the past 3 months, and we've had literally 5, maybe 6 days where they're not like heavily spraying chemtrails all day long, all night, all day long, 24/7, like 3 months straight. And there's been a couple of weeks here and there where they amped it up, the highest concentration, then they ease off a bit so we don't all get really sick and die. And then they amped it up a bit more. In this 3 months, there's been about 3 times they've amped it up, and everyone's gotten sick when they happen to be spraying the most. It's not like when there's more germs getting around or anything like this, like people are like going out, on the weekend or whatever it is, and like spending time together, and like sickness is being spread around or something. No, but you'd think if germ theory was true. But there hasn't been any actual evidence of germs being spread around, or that germs are real. But everyone's getting sick at the same time that they're increasing the threshold and the potency of the heavy metals being chemsprayed in the sky on a daily basis. Why? Because your immune system, the whole function of your well-being, you being healthy physically, is determined by the amount of vitamin D your body produces. Now, vitamin D is produced as a reaction within the body to the intake of UV radiation from the sun. So if you can spray enough heavy metals in the sky, you can block out the sun, all right, so that you can reduce the production of vitamin D within the masses, which then leads to sickness. Then you can tell people, oh, it's because it's a common cold, or it's because of germs getting around, or whatever bullshit lie you want to make up, when the reality is, the truth is, people are just getting sick because of an orchestrated cover-up of the sun with chemsprays to block out the sun to reduce vitamin C, the UV intake, the vitamin D production within the masses of human populations. Right? It was half decent day yesterday, but they've decided to fucking spray like spastics today. Again. So, like, some people be like, oh, but you smoke cigarettes. It's like, yes, I smoke cigarettes. One of the reasons I'm healthy. I'm actually one of the healthiest people around. Healthier than most people you've ever known. Or ever will know. Alright? Because I smoke cigarettes. It's actually one of the things that keeps you healthy. Alright? That's another lie from the Matrix. From the beast system, from the Babylonian slave masters that have you trapped paying taxes as a fucking slave, alright? Oh no, nicotine. Cigarettes, they're bad for you, peasant. We're going to tax them through the roof and make it really hard for you to get cigarettes because they're so bad. You can trust us. While we rape children. Traffic children and fucking fly to Epstein's Island. Yeah, you can trust us, but cigarettes are bad for you. Yeah. The government thinks, says, okay? So that's one of the ways you can know for sure that cigarettes are actually good for your health. Because the government is against cigarettes. Yeah? But you can actually look at the scientific studies that prove it as well, like that nicotine's good for your health. Right? One of the main things nicotine's good for is it actually creates a protective layer in your blood-brain barrier, so it stops toxins, poisons, diseases, viruses, heavy metals, etc. from seeping into your brain. So essentially, because of the level of pollution and chemicals in society, in today's day and age, in the modern 21st century, if you don't smoke cigarettes, you don't have enough nicotine to create a protective blood-brain barrier to actually stop toxins and things seeping into your brain. So essentially, in the 21st century, in a first world nation, if you don't smoke cigarettes, you have literal brain damage. Literal brain damage. From all the pollution and the toxins in the environment around you. The only thing that can protect your brain from this brain damage, so the toxins in the environment around you, the pollution in the world around you, don't seep into your brain and literally give you literal physical brain damage, is to have enough nicotine in your blood to smoke cigarettes. So, is it the cigarettes that give you a, bad cough? No, it's the pollution. It's the EMF radiation. It's the radio waves. It's the pollution from cars. The exhaust. It's the heavy metals that they're spraying in the sky to block out the sun. It's the chemicals and preservatives in the food. It's the bullshit chemicals in the water. It's the plastic particles seeping into people's skin and bloodstream from their clothing and using plastic and shit. Right? Microplastics or whatever they call it. So, sickness is a result of a dirty environment. Alright? and not having enough vitamin D to have a strong enough immune system to purge all those toxins out of your body that you're taking in from a dirty environment. That's all sickness is. All illness, disease, sickness is. So, there's no germ theory. Germs have never been proven. Alright, well, there's the germ theory. But germs have never been proven to be real. Alright, there's no evidence, no scientific evidence at all for germs being real. But we do know that pollution is real. And things can be dirty. We know that. But there's no evidence for germs being a real thing. Alright? So we're getting sprayed with all this bullshit. We're getting flooded with, pollution that's making us sick. And the irony is, me having a cigarette is actually good for my lungs, good for my brain. Whereas if I didn't smoke cigarettes and I just went outside and exercised and went to the gym and tried to be quote unquote healthy, I'd be probably dead. But that's because I am what some people refer to as a canary in the coal mine. So I'm very sensitive, alright? Not in like, oh, I'm a softie, sensitive. Oh, I'm in touch with my feelings, I'm sensitive. No, as in like, I'm fucking like tuned in. I'm very, very aware. Very, very tuned in. Nothing gets past me. I experience everything. Where most people, it's like they're numb. They haven't got as sharp of discernment. They haven't got as heightened consciousness as I have. That's what it means to be sensitive. Alright? And not just psychologically, even physically. Even my body. Physically, my body has a heightened consciousness than the average person. So, my body will start to reject toxins a lot faster than the average person. Alright? So, for example, we wake up in the morning and they've been spraying the sky with heavy metals almost every day for the past 3 months. The average person, like, they don't even notice. They just take a breath in, they go to work, they do their thing. But for somebody like me, with my body, my level of awareness and consciousness, the planes can be off of the coastline, literally over the ocean. They haven't even sprayed anything in the sky yet. The whole sky is clear, there's no chemicals, no chem spray, nothing. But the planes start spraying kilometers and kilometers out over the ocean, and I can taste it in the air. Here. I can taste the air quality above the ocean, like hundreds of kilometers out over the ocean from where I'm sitting here. It's like, can you do that? Probably not. I haven't met many people that do and that can. Most people I know, they can't even smell like the pollution of the cars in the street out the front of their house. Whereas I can literally taste the air quality of the air that's over the ocean, like hundreds of kilometers away. Like that level of sensitivity. Like it's hard for most people to comprehend the level of awareness I have and how in tune I am with everything going on around me. Like, because most people are just like got shutters on. They're really numb. They're not paying attention. They have no consciousness, no awareness, compared to somebody like myself. And in saying that, it's nothing special about me. It's just by the grace of God. It's just by being humble and accepting that Jesus Christ is God. So now I can taste the air quality of the oxygen out over the ocean. While most people can't even smell the fucking street in front of them. Because that's just the grace and power of God that's been given to me. So that I can be like, yo guys, if you didn't notice, they're spraying the sky again today. Can you not taste it? Can you not taste that metal taste? Like the heavy metal particles falling down from the sky? That if you're not smoking enough cigarettes, will literally seep into your brain and give you literal physical brain damage? Most people I ask, they can't taste the heavy metal particles. But you should be able to taste them every single day, virtually. In the past 3 months, there should have only been 5 days in the past 3 months where you didn't taste heavy metals in the oxygen all day long, 24/7. And it's disgusting. It tastes like fucking fucking filth. And your eyes are irritated, your sinuses are irritated, like you have watery eyes and it feels like you're being stabbed with little needles in your eyes. If that's not how you felt every day for the past 3 months, and you live in the same area as me, then you're turned off. They've shut down your consciousness, so you can't even feel what's happening to your body. You're slowly dying, being poisoned, and you don't even realize it. Again, otherwise you'd be able to, right now today, taste the heavy metals in the oxygen. You can smell the chemicals that they're spraying in the sky. You can feel it. It's like needles jabbing you in the fucking eyeballs. The heavy metal particles. So if you're not irritated by this constantly, that means that you don't have enough awareness, and that means all those toxins and heavy metals are just seeping straight into your fucking system, straight into your bloodstream, straight into your brain, and you're getting brain damage. It's not good. Maybe that explains why we have so many people that accept things like Catholicism or Orthodox, nonsensical things which are toxic and polluting them. Polluting their soul, polluting their mind, corrupting them with toxins, but like spiritual toxins, metaphysical toxins, metaphysical heavy metals, giving people spiritual brain damage. Okay? So to conclude, the vast majority of people are not aware physically, they're not sensitive enough physically to have an awareness of the toxins, the pollution coming from the environment causing physical sickness. In the same way, the vast majority of people do not have the awareness necessary, spiritual awareness, of spiritual toxins, so demon doctrines, false teachings, false understandings, which are pollution coming into one's spirit and corrupting the spirit, making their spirit sick, which then leads to an individual being corrupted, their soul being corrupted, them falling away from God, being sick in their soul and their spirit, and ultimately being judged because of this and sent to hell for an eternity.